good cards to Shaman. Sorry, Conquer, you need to be more of a, what do they call them? A lobbyist. You need to lobby more. Alright, let's close that. So I like Big Game Hunter. I personally feel like Faceless Manipulator is probably one of the best cards in the game, though. Doomsayer is trash. I'm not picking Doomsayer. I love Big Game Hunter. Hopefully I can get a Hex or something that takes the place of Big Game Hunter. I like Big Game Hunter a lot, but Faceless is just unreal strong. So Faceless is also good if they steal something. So we can go Draw Power or Removal. Removal's great. We'll go Lightning Bolt. Get 2 Earth only. Yeah. Lightning Bolts. So what is y'all take on Flame Tongue Totem? I personally like it, but if you don't have board control, it's trash. Alright, so y'all agree. So I like it a lot, but so I was talking about watching Crip and stuff, and he basically talked about how bad he doesn't like cards that essentially are worthless on their own. And I kind of feel that way for the most part, but in general, I mean, you can coin Totem, and then, I mean, you could Flame Tongue right afterwards. Yeah, well, obviously you're not going to play it with nothing else, but I feel like it does get a lot of removal, but I do feel like I do play it too early, so that could be something I need to hold on to. Alright, here's a question. Axe versus a Wind Fury. I like weapons. I really dislike that the Axe only has 2 damage on it. There are so many 2-drops that have more than 2 health that makes this kind of rough. But 3 attacks means you're getting hit in the face 3 times. I'd take a Fiery War Axe over this Stormforged any day of the week. Alright. See, I like Wind Fury as well. That card is pretty rare to get. So I don't like Frost Shock. I go Dark Iron for sure. Agree? Frost Shock's pretty mediocre. Can save you versus a weapon, but yeah, Dwarf. Dwarf is too strong. Okay. Fire Elemental is amazing. Lightning Bolts are really good as well. I think you gotta go Fire Elemental, but I fucking love Lightning Bolts. It's dirt cheap, does good damage, but Fire Elemental is, I mean, it's basically the same, essentially. 3 damage versus a full turn 3 damage, but... Alright. Fin Creeper, Ventrico, or Draw Power. I would say between Fin Creeper and Ventrico. I personally like Ventrico better. However, what do y'all think? So there's 1 vote for Gnomish. 1 vote for these 2. I think Gnomish is in 3rd place here. Okay. I do like Ventrico a lot more with either Spell Heavy or like Totems or Paladin. So they've got hero power that can bring creatures out. So I think Gnomish is in last. I think Ventrico has more upside than Fin Creeper. So you can buff the gnome, but Ventrico is nasty. What do you pick here? Snapjaw can be decent with Healing Totem. Thrallmar's great with Flame Tongue Totem. Cheap, Taunt, 3/3 Taunt. Well, it's the only problem is we're pretty early in the deck, so there's not really that much risk yet of running out of card draws. So as much as I dislike Thrallmar, I think Thrallmar can be decent. Because we've got the Wind Fury Flame Tongue, we've got might get a Bloodlust. This card becomes more valuable in a Shaman deck. See, I don't really feel like you necessarily need Taunt. Taunt does protect your totems, so that could be some value, but I think we go Thrallmar for... I might want to go Taunts and just protect the Flame Tongue. Yeah, that's the problem with that is 2-drops trade. So Thrallmar is basically a card I'd play late game. It wouldn't be a card I'd play on turn 3. So basically, I'm going to pick this, but I'm not really going to count it as a 3-drop because I'm not going to play it on turn 3. Alright, so what do you pick here? Personally, if you're playing a Shaman, I feel like you would pick Warlord because you would have a lot of totems and a lot of bullshit out. A lot of low crap. Problem is that most time people are going to kill off your totems pretty early game, and you're not really going to get a chance to use it. Warlord? See, I think I might go Dragonling. Dragonling is, if you can get a Bloodlust, you could drop, or you could drop a Flame Tongue in between it. I think we'd go Dragonling, more creatures. Frostwolf can be good. I'd pick a Frostwolf like later on, but I think we want to kind of mob the board. Okay, so definitely not Cold Light Seer, probably Kodo, but also possibly Mind Control Tech. I think both of these cards can change the game depending on what they have out. I love the Kodo, but Mind Control Tech just wrecks people. If those guys I was playing against had a Mind Control Tech, it could have been a different story. Alright, we all love the Kodo. Alright. Wow. Totemic Might's... I've never seen a value for Totemic Might. Yeah. Kodo is more dependable. So, I'm only reason I'm going Silverbark or Silverback because Flame Tongue or other buffs on it. See, I don't really care if they give above AoE because you can always spawn more totems. The only one I'd want to be above AoE is the Flame Tongue, but even then, I think Frost Shock is average. I'd probably rather have an Earth Shock than a Frost Shock. I think we want to go the cheap taunt, and that can be strong. I mean, a 3/4 for 3 can end up being really strong for. This card's so bad though. I don't know here. Silverback is really bad. So some for Silverback. I just really don't like Frostshock that much. Frostshock is great for like they play a Venture Co or something. You basically leave this card out on the board. It doesn't do any damage to you, and you can just ignore it for a turn. Totemic Might's definitely in last place. We're basically between Frostshock and Silverback. I feel like... Hey, welcome back. I think we want to go Silverback. I think that we're going to end up wanting to protect our Flame Tongue. That's the only reason I'm picking it, for just fodder to cover that. I don't think Frostshock does that for us. So Zerker or Cultmaster. Cultmaster's fucking been amazing for us. However, I love Zerker. Zerker's an amazing 2-drop. I don't feel like Zerker's as good in a Shaman deck because Healing Tide can basically heal it up and it loses its enrage. Dude, Conquer, honestly, I picked Shield Bearer in a bullshit deck, and Shield Bearer like saved me hardcore like 5 times. So I still think Shield Bearer is really shitty, but like early game, if they don't have removal and you can drop like Shield Bearer in front of like a frickin' Worgen or something, it gets gross. Yeah, I agree Cult as well, but there's a Shield Bearer. I like Rockbiter Weapon here. That can be really strong here, you know, hit for 10 basically. Earthen Ring's okay. I'm not usually a fan of Earthen Ring, but Rockbiter is removal and really strong. So we have 2 overloads. This card almost never works out for me. I've never played Unbound Elemental and it been worth it. It always gets silenced. It always gets trashed. It dies to priest bullshit. Never really works out for me. So I'm kind of basically leaning to where I never pick this card ever, because being a 3/5 would be amazing, but I'd almost rather this card be a 3/3. A 3/3 for 3 is much better than a 2/4 for 3. So I think we'd go Ogre. Ogre's a solid 6-drop. 3-drop Burning of Silence. Yeah. So Wargunner Bloodlust. I think you got to pick up one Bloodlust. As much as I love, actually I love all of these cards. Bloodsail's great with the weapon, etc. But I think Bloodlust is where it's at. You got to have at least one Bloodlust. Dust Devil's too expensive for what it gives you. Deckhand's mediocre. We're really heavy in the mid-range already, but Windspeaker's too good. You know, Windspeaker plus Rockbiter ends up being really strong. Cheap Taunt versus 5/1 versus Charge. We already have a lot of 4s, but I think we'd rather pick it up. Pick up the Knight. Do we agree on Knight? Yeah. I like Knight. Goldshire's too bad. Honestly, on this deck, if we end up going really 4 heavy, I would actually take a Shield Bearer like turn 1, turn 2 Flame Tongue, make that Shield Bearer like a 3/4. That could be really gross. But Stormwind. So Wind Fury. I've grown to actually really like this card. I actually thought it was not very good previously. But because I didn't think it wasn't good, but I was like, I'd rather have the Windspeaker. But honestly, Wind Fury can be really good with Charge. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So you need 7 mana to do 10 damage from a charge. So we don't really have much spell power. Ooze, a very solid 2, kills weapons, kill weapons, profit. We need some earlier game. So Ooze is amazing. Cobra's decent. We do have some cheap taunts to actually protect Cobra. So we don't have that many spells. Pine Size is okay. I'd rather go Cobra. Agreed, Cobra. We also don't have many 3s at all, so. I think we go Cobra. Pine Size used to be amazing. I feel like the way Pine Size is now, it should be a 2/3 or a 3/2. I think it'd be pretty overpowered then, but Pine Size is basically like having a free coin every turn, but I like Cobra. Lightning Bolt. I don't really like the Rocketeer. Rocketeer with Wind Fury, though, can be disgusting, so there's that to think about. Basically, we kind of have to decide, are we going to YOLO, or are we just going to play legitimately and remove people as we go along? Lightning Bolt is great for removing cards. Rocketeer can be really strong. Bolt, yeah. I think this is a weak card, but if we're playing that kind of like kill them in one turn kind of mentality, this can be really good, but I like the Lightning Bolt. Well, the Overload's not a big deal later on. It's only a big deal like early on. One Overload's really not that bad. Here's a tough call. Rockbiter versus Fire Elemental. I love Elemental. I've actually really grown to love Rockbiter because you can basically hoard them and you can buff a charger and do insane damage. Again, you can go for the one turn kill. So we only have one charger though, so I feel like Elemental might be the better pick. It is crazy. What do we think? Rockbiter or Fire Elemental? I think Fire Elemental is probably the best card in the game. Well, not sorry, check that. One of the best 6-drops. Best 6-drop in the game. I'll say that. I would take it over Ogre, most likely. We got 9 draws left. I kind of want to go... I think I want to go kind of YOLO. So I think I want to go Rockbiter. I think I want to be pretty aggressive. I really need to get another charger, though. If I can get a Wolf Rider, that would be amazing. 3 damage, 3/2 for the early game, or the solid. Yeah, that is true. Late drop, or a solid Sinjin. So 1 vote Sinjin. Even without the battle cry, I think Mad Bomber is a very solid 2-drop. We don't have much in the range of 2s, but we can always totem. So Ancestral Spirit is a very interesting card, especially on like a Venture Co or something. I think Argus is hands down ridiculously amazing though, but I love Argus. I've kind of grown to actually like Ancestral Spirit quite a bit. I don't know if I want that though. I mean, honestly, Ancestral and Venture Co can be really strong because then if they silence it, it's back up. Or it's, you know, it actually silences for you. I love Defender of Argus though. Defender of Argus is so good. Makes this a 2/5, which is still weak. Makes this a 3/4. Yeah, Argus does always deliver. Ancestral Spirit. Ancestral Spirit just screws people though. I wish I had like a... If I had a freaking Earthbound Elemental, like Earthbound Elemental, Ancestral Spirit, just GG. Most people saying Argus. Is that the consensus? I doubt I'll get a Earth Elemental. Earth Elemental is a rare, isn't it? Pretty sure it's rare. It might be epic even. I know it's not common. Spirit. I just don't know if we'll end up... This will end up being useful to us. We'll pick it up though. I love Argus though. Alright, here's an interesting choice. Personally, I actually think the weapon here is the weakest choice. I like the removal. Given what we've got so far, I kind of actually like the Flame Tongue Totem. I think we might be able to get like a one-shot kill if we can get a creature on the board. So I'd probably say third choice Axe. At this point, I might actually go second choice Forked Lightning, first choice Flame Tongue. Flame Tongue with Argus. That's not very good. You don't want this to be taunted because they can kill it easy. So, question is, do we want removal? We just don't have any charge though. I think we want to go. Flame Tongue. Oh, I thought you were saying Argus, like Argusing the. Wow, we're gonna go to another Rockbiter. We're going like own bitches. This is a solid 4, but like all the Rockbiter. This is the money card right here. This card, I will guarantee you that this card will probably win us the game. Okay, we're calling it. Wolf Rider will win us the game. Okay, Lightning Bolt or Elemental. I think we go removal. We're going like balls deep, YOLO swag, whatever. Run them down, burn them down, kill everything. We got a lot of removal right here. Okay, Taunt, Heal, Forked Lightning. I think we go Forked Lightning here. We already have some decent big stuff here. We've got some removal. We can get some more removal. We don't have any AoE really. This would be our only AoE. We're not getting a Lightning Storm it seems. We have some Lightning Bolts. Probably doesn't have a third Lightning Bolts. I think we go Lightning Storm. Yeah, Forked Lightning. I think Booty Bay's fairly weak. Really. Light Warden can actually be really good if you get a bunch of cards out with a healing totem. Probably going Swordsmith. These are all really shitty. That's the worst last pick ever. So, Swordsmith with like, again, the Thrallmar or something could be really strong. Yeah, I don't like the Light Warden. I'm just talking about when stuff could be good. But Swordsmith can buff your totems, so We got a lot of stuff we want. We didn't get a Hex. We do have enough removal, though, that hopefully we can win before we need to get a Hex. Cold Light Oracle. So no Hexes. We do have a Bloodlust. No Lightning Storm. We do get a Fort Lightning. We might have to get lucky on some Spell Power